It is Monday, March 16th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I know we lost a ton of racing to coronavirus stuff, but hope you got a chance to at least hang out with the family and maybe watch a little bit of the racing that did go on from afar. At the time of putting the show out on Friday, the World of Outlaws and NARC King of the West still had their shows scheduled to run through the weekend, but later in the day, Friday, the Outlaws postponed all of their sprint car races until April 9th because of concerns surrounding coronavirus. A decision has not been yet made about the late model series. They're not scheduled to race here for a couple more weeks, but I would imagine an announcement here probably fairly soon about what the future looks like for upcoming late model series races for the World of Outlaws. NARC also postponed the King of the West race at Kern County. Several other tracks and series made decisions to cancel or postpone upcoming events, with more restrictions coming from state and local governments and the nation in an official state of emergency. More cancellations and postponements are expected in the coming weeks. We'll try and keep you abreast on them as they arise. I've been trying to do that as much as I can with the DIRTRACKR Twitter account, so if you're looking for that and trying to stay up to date, that's somewhere I will be doing that. And we, obviously seeing a lot more changes with states like Ohio, Indiana, New York City, and some others putting restrictions on bars and restaurants as well. So, and I believe the CDC announced that there shouldn't be anything going on for something like 8 weeks. So obviously this is going to continue changing, and it'll be very, very fluid over the next several weeks. Obviously, think about where we were a week ago, how dramatically things have changed in the past week. So stay tuned. We'll try to keep you abreast of everything that's going on and up to date on what racing is happening and not happening. There was some racing over the weekend, however. We'll definitely talk about that. A bunch of late model shows did go on. Donald McIntosh won the Ultimate Super Series late model opener at North Georgia Speedway on Friday night. Zach Mitchell was second, Corey Hedgecock third, Booger Brooks fourth, and Jeff Smith was fifth. After a quick start to his season so far, Pearson Lee Williams, he finished eighth. The series is scheduled to race next on March 21st at County Line Raceway in North Carolina. On Saturday at Cochran Motor Speedway in Georgia, 17th place starting Kyle Bronson won the crate late model feature over Mark Whitener, Corey Dunn, Joseph Brown, and Will Harrington. The 10,000 win feature was a makeup race from December, but Kyle Bronson out there making moves, 17th to the lead. That's pretty incredible. Also on Saturday night, Joshua Bishop took down $5,000 in the Modoc 100 crate late model show in South Carolina. He bested Bob Robertson, Michael Brown, Chesley Dixon, and Nick Schlager. On Sunday, Will Harrington beat Kyle Bronson at Cochran for $5,000. For $5,000. This was the finale of the Crate Racing USA Winter Series. Michael Brown was third, Dylan Knowles fourth, and Mark Whitener in fifth. So quite a few late model shows got in over the weekend. And like I mentioned, we will keep you up to date on where we can see racing next. For the Sprint Cars and Open Wheel Series, a lot of the USAC stuff has been shut down, like I mentioned, World of Outlaws. So just a few local shows got in. Friday night, Silver Dollar Speedway in Chico, California. It was Justin Cox leading all 40 laps en route to the opening night win of the Silver Cup. Sean Becker was second, Shane Golubic third, Chase Magic fourth, and Blake Carrick was fifth. Saturday night's Silver Cup show was canceled along with the remainder of the March schedule at Silver Dollar due to California state restrictions surrounding the coronavirus. Most other California shows, I believe, or California tracks have announced at this point that they are pretty much shut down here for at least the foreseeable future, next couple of weeks. There were also a trio of Pennsylvania sprint car shows run over the weekend. On Saturday at Lincoln Speedway, Alan Crimes took down his first win of the 2020 season after early leaders Cale Thomas and Ryan Smith were caught up in separate incidents. Crimes led the final 5 laps and won over Jim Siegel, Freddie Raymer, Brandon Raber, and Brian Monteith. That is the, third or fourth show so far this year at Lincoln, and I think we've had different winners every single week, so lining up to be a very solid season at Lincoln so far. Not far away on Saturday at Port Royal, it was Lance DeWeese dominating a nonstop 25-lap feature over Logan Wagner, Danny Dietrich, Lucas Wolf, and Mike Wagner. That was the second show, I believe, of the year for Port Royal. Lance DeWeese leading all 25 laps. That car just tuned up, ready to race. Those guys are fast everywhere they go, and definitely showed it again on Saturday at Port Royal. Sunday afternoon was the season opener at Williams Grove Speedway. Ryan Smith led much of that feature, but was chased down late after contact with a lap car caused his nose wing to collapse. Carson Macedo and Danny Dietrich were there to take advantage, with Macedo getting to the lead with 8 laps to go. Macedo drove away to win his first ever 410 race at Williams Grove. Dietrich was second, Lance DeWeese third, Brent Marks fourth, and Ryan Smith had to settle for fifth. Shame there for Ryan Smith. I think he was probably the class of that field, and actually did a fairly nice job holding those guys off for quite a few laps with the collapsed nose wing. Carson Macedo coming up, obviously to race with no War of Outlaws shows going on, and showing just how good the Outlaws continue to be. There's been a lot of outlaw wins and a lot of outside wins here lately at Williams Grove, so obviously that continued on Sunday, and it was a lot of fun to watch that race. It looked like the crowd was pretty solid there as well. That was it kind of for the big races for the weekend. You know, with the cancellations and things like that, there just wasn't much else going on, and I'm not sure going forward what other racing we will see. If you got a chance, and I think you'll probably see a little bit more of this, there were a couple of, in fact, one really big iRacing race that had some NASCAR Cup drivers and some other people around the sport in it, including Dale Jr., William Byron, and some other guys. Bubba was in it. And I know there's been some talks of some other races like that happening, so stay tuned to some of the iRacing stuff, some of the series channels, because I would imagine you'll probably see a little bit more of that going on, and it's pretty neat to be able to have that, and it looked like a ton of people tuned into that race, so you know, at least an opportunity to see some measure of racing while things are kind of at a standstill right now. If you do need a racing fix, an actual racing fix, a lot of the pay-per-view providers have archive and on-demand sections you can check out that have a lot of past historic, you know, races, previous seasons, things like that. Dirt Vision has a ton of stuff. Dirt on Dirt, the same. Flow Racing, you know, Dirt Vision has stuff all the way back to, you know, one of the, you know, Knoxville races from, I think it's 1980 or 1982. Hundreds and hundreds of races in there. So if you need something to watch, there's definitely plenty of stuff to watch across the platforms. With, you know, obviously the free time we had this weekend, spent some more time on the Dirt Tracker analytics section. I've got 17 more races added in from the 2018 season. The total race count right now is 123. So lots of more races, lots of more stats and things changing there. And with as much free time as it looks like we'll have coming up, I'm going to continue to add that remainder of 2018. I'm also going to branch into some other series as well. And I've been kind of toying with the idea of a Dirt Tracker app in some way, shape, or form. So I will, you know, might start messing around with some stuff there. And just see what I can get done here over the next couple of weeks while we're kind of shut in a little bit. So stay tuned. I will keep you guys posted on changes and updates to Dirt Tracker, obviously, as we go. If there are things on Dirt Tracker that you don't see, or things you think could be valuable, or if you have suggestions, certainly let me know. You can obviously tweet at me a couple different places, the Facebook page, and email me info@dirttracker.com. I'm certainly open to suggestions and trying to make this thing as good as possible. If you're, you know, new to the show or new to Dirt Tracker, a little bit of background on the site. This was a computer science class final project that's kind of blossomed into this thing. You know, I had to build something anyway, and I wanted to build something that would be lasting. And this is kind of what came out of that. And, you know, I wanted to kind of give back to the dirt racing community and provide a place where you could go find lots of different information about lots of different series and different card types and things like that. So if you didn't know what Dirt Tracker was, that's kind of how it got started. And it's been fun so far. I will certainly continue to build it out and make it better. And like I said, if you have suggestions, let me know, because it's all fluid, and it's all you know, kind of up for debate. And if we can make it better, let's make it better. Nothing on the pay-per-view schedule for today. You know, obviously Mondays are going to be quiet, especially in the spring anyway, and then with all of the things going on, nothing on the pay-per-view schedule. As we get into the weekends and things like that, if you would like to keep up with what you can watch on a regular basis, you can visit dirttracker.com/watchtonight and check out the daily pay-per-view schedule. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Monday. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe, leave me a review, tell your friends about the show. You can also watch the show on YouTube and Facebook if you'd like to do that as well. You can, like I mentioned before, you can email the show at info@dirttracker.com. If you'd like to follow along with Dirt Tracker, you can do that at facebook.com/DirtTracker and twitter.com/DirtTracker. You can also visit the website at DirTrackR.com. That is DIRTRACKR.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Fiedler is Fiedler. You can sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter on the site as well. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, hope everybody has a good Monday. We will be back with a fresh show tomorrow on Tuesday. Thanks for listening to Dirt Tracker Daily.